Most people spend months planning their dream business and never start. What if I told you you could launch it in one weekend? Well, I know that this is very possible now after reading $1 Million Weekend. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly the 3-phase framework inside of this book by Noah Kagan so that you can start, grow, and build your business fast, even if you've been stuck for months. I personally use a similar process when building my online brand and business. And within a couple days, I made my first sale and gave me the freedom to work from anywhere. This video also marks the first episode of a new series on this channel called Books That Bloomed Me, where I share books that help me grow, evolve, and bloom into my next level. And it's also the first book that we'll be reading inside of my Becoming Book Club, which is inside my private community where we read, reflect, and also rise as creators through stories and lessons to shape who we're becoming. So if you want to join the Becoming Book Club, it is now inside of my YouTube Breakthrough Bundle program, which includes a 3-day bootcamp, a full creator curriculum, and our accountability community to become the most express, empowered, and profitable version of yourself both online and in person. So if you not only want to read about transformation but actually live it, and you're ready to stop just learning and start becoming, you can find the link to join below in the description. So like I said, this book is divided into 3 phases basically. The first part is start it, second part is build it, and the third part is grow it. So starting with start it, right? This is the section where it really talks about getting out of your head and into action. A lot of times we overthink our way into overwhelm and procrastination, but the theme of this section of the book was really to stop overthinking and to start experimenting. And I know that it's very simplistic advice, but the message is that business is not built through thinking. It's not built from you sitting down and thinking about your ideas. It's about testing. And that's really what business is about. And I think that's why a lot of people don't go for business or don't go after business, is because society doesn't program us to test and experiment. It actually you get kind of like penalized if you do experiment, right? Like in work, in school, in college, like to think differently is to think not like others. And we have kind of been programmed to think that that's dangerous. But entrepreneurship is very different, and that's why a lot of people do not grow in it. It's because they're scared to experiment. They're scared to AKA fail. And the truth is, you do not need the perfect idea, logo, or plan, or website, or trademark, or like all of these stuff. You need action, babe. You need action, okay? Fear cannot hit a moving target, okay? Doubt cannot hit a moving target. When you start moving in your business, you start experimenting and implementing the things that you do know, the things you learned, the things that have learned for other people, that's when you start making movements in your business. As Noah said in the book, show me an experimenter, and over the long run, I'll show you a future winner. And that is one of the most amazing quotes that I've gotten from the book, and is why I love reading books so much, because like most people say, it's such a waste of time to read books, like just take action. Yes, I'm all about taking action. That's what this whole section is about. But also it's about taking those little tidbits that really create those internal shifts for you to take action. And it's the same thing. Like, yes, you can go ahead and go into YouTube and you can go through hours and hours and hours of research and hours of videos so that you can be prepped to do what you need to do. But to be honest, you're gonna learn more actually doing the dang thing than learning about doing the dang thing. Like, you do not learn how to ride a bike from reading a manual. You go ahead and get on the bike and maybe you have some help, and that's how you learn. It's no different with business, but for some reason we think it is different, right? So what you want to do, I'm going to actually give you an exercise, and it's basically an exercise from the book where you are going to list out 3 ideas, and you are going to test which one actually, first of all, you think would be good, but you want to start actually asking people. Okay, that's the thing, is most people, as they say in the book, this is a quote directly from the book, most people overthink first, then they act later. Every successful entrepreneur acts first and then figures it out later. Now, that's the thing, is that you want to make sure that you ask people, what do you think would be good? But also you want to start thinking, okay, this is what I think would be a good business idea. And then you start testing out with other people. For example, this Noah, he went ahead and he put this to test, going ahead and asking and just starting the dang business. And he got challenged to start a business from his friends. and make $1,000 within 24 hours. I think that was pretty much the experiment, right? So he decided that he was going to do a jerky business, a beef jerky business, because this is something that he really knew about, he really liked, and he ate it every day. And this is something that he really knew that he thinks he can do within 24 hours. So what he did is that he literally asked people before he even started the business. He knew it was an idea that he liked, he wanted to do, but he went ahead and he asked people first. He called people that he knew had like owned businesses and offices, and he thought, okay, wait, I can go ahead and sell it to people that own these businesses and offices, and I can start putting it inside of their office buildings, right? Because that's, first of all, they can pay me a lot of money. Like, I don't need to sell one jerky at a time, but instead they can buy it in bulk for their office, and I can make $1,000, right? So that first, what he did is he called people he knew had an office, knew had employees, and knew had office buildings, and he started calling them and basically pitching his idea for beef jerky inside the office. And a lot of people said no, right? He got it rejected a lot, but a lot of people also said yes. And that's the thing, is you want to start selling something even before you build it. And I know that might be like, that's like a crazy thing, because when I started my membership community, I was like, I don't have everything figured out. Like, I don't have everything figured out, but I said, okay, I can start delivering my product and delivering a transformation without me having all of these things built out, all of this information built out. So I just basically published my minimal viable product, which is your product with the minimum what it needs to be put out there. And I knew that I could provide value even before having everything built out, because what he saw and what Noah saw and what I saw is that, hey, okay, there's demand for this. I saw that there was demand for a creator community, especially when it comes to YouTube channels. So I went ahead and I started launching it and did the minimal viable product. Noah, he didn't even have the beef jerky product, but he saw people that wanted it. And then guess what? He went ahead and he found the dang people that wanted it. And then he started building the jerky business. And people were even putting pre-orders in, and he figured it out later. Literally commit and figure it out later. Like, I promise you, especially when it comes to digital products, there's no way that you cannot figure out a digital product. It's digital, babe. Like, you can figure it out, okay? So yes, that's one thing that I learned from this book, is like literally how important it is to get it out there, experiment, test it out, and go out there, get the data so you can make the product better, okay? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to do idea speed dating. This is an exercise. I want you to write a list of business ideas and ask 3 people. Well, find one business idea, right? Out of the 3, find one, obviously. Noah did a whole bunch of lists, like a whole list, and then he picked one. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and ask people you know, random people on the internet, whatever, for $1 for your business idea. $1 for your business idea. This is called the $1 challenge inside the book. And why this is so important is because it is so hard for you as a business owner to receive money, to receive abundance, to receive clients, to receive anything if you don't ask. Babe, that's the thing. It's like, amazing part about business is it's really about both the masculine and the feminine. A lot of people would say that sales is highly masculine, and I would agree, pretty much, yeah. But it's also the ability to ask is so feminine, because to be in your feminine is to receive. And you cannot receive abundance, you cannot receive anything good in your life if you are scared to ask, right? So that's the first step, is getting over the fear of asking for your business, asking for your ideas. And that is what this $1 challenge will do for you. It will go ahead and exercise that ask muscle, and this is what I teach to my students as well inside of my programs. Go ahead and you should be doing call to actions every single day for what you have to offer. The Kardashians are doing it. The Rihanna's doing it. Selena Gomez is doing it. You think she's not promoting her product every single day? They are doing it very, very often. And they're already, people would say, on top. They're already big. So why don't you? Somebody that's literally building from the bottom up, why wouldn't you do it? And what I love about this is the part of the book, Noah talks about how he learned the importance of business is really the ability to really be able to face rejection, because he saw his dad basically sell like printers, And he would sell printers to a lot of people, and he would get rejected a lot every single day. And his dad would end the day being like, oh, it was a pretty good day, son. We made one sale. And then Noah would be like, but dad, like, you got rejected so much today. How was it a good day? And he basically taught his son that rejection is a good thing. I actually have rejection goals. And that's the thing, is like, rejection goals? Like, nobody's gonna tell you to have a rejection goal. Everybody's like, have a monthly income goal, have this. But you need to, as a beginner, especially if you have fear and you're plagued by doubt, you need to start having rejection goals. Whether that's getting into people's DMs, asking people for $1 for your business idea, friends, family, rejection. Because the more that you're able to get rejected means that you're also putting more darts on the board to actually hit a bullseye. And a lot of people are scared to be rejected, but the fact is that it's part of also being accepted. It's one step closer to a yes. And that's exactly what business is. It's not talking to everyone and every single person saying yes. It's having the right people say yes. So that's what I would say is the action. And this is honestly what I teach people inside of my YouTube Breakthrough Bundle program, where it comes with accountability curriculum and also community, so that you can go ahead and break through with your YouTube channel when it comes to making income and also creating a community that will buy into you and your offers and your brand. So again, if that's something that you want to do and you want to go from, I'm confused, I don't even know what to post on YouTube, I don't even know what to do on YouTube, and I don't have an offer, I don't have any of this stuff, and you want to go to, okay, I'm on YouTube, I'm maximizing every single upload, every single video, and also I am building my YouTube platform so that it can actually be positioned to make both impact and income, then I highly, highly encourage you and also invite you inside of my YouTube Breakthrough Bundle community and program. And it's in the description down below under this video, and I'd love to see you on the inside. But going on to what the next step is, because we got started, now it's time to build it. Okay, that's the second phase of the book. And what this basically is finding out how to make your first dollar first. Because if you can make your first dollar first, that means that you have validated your idea. So making your first dollar fast, not waiting and all this stuff and hoping that it comes to you. It's speed over perfection. Speed over perfection. And the message is that you don't need to do this fancy stuff. Make a Canva template and website and make a logo to make money. No, you need a buyer first. You need to know that somebody will buy your product, okay? And you want to focus on getting that first person to say yes. So kind of building off of that $1 challenge, you want to focus on getting one person to say yes to you and your product so that you can validate it. There's a big difference between what people say and what they do. This is directly from the book. Everyone's interested until they have to pay, okay? So there's people that be like, oh my gosh, I'd be so interested in that. I'd be so interested in that. But are they interested enough to pay? There's a difference. So it doesn't matter what people say and people nodding their head and saying yes. It's about, are they actually willing to pay for it, okay? So when I started building my community, my membership community, it started with a healthy habits women's group, because I was like, I mean, building healthy habits, it's been a big part of my life, so it must be a big part of other people's life. And then it slowly transitioned into a YouTube creator community, right? And it's the same thing with Noah. Like, he did a jerky business, and then he called people before he went ahead and ordered all of those beef jerky in bulk. Imagine if he ordered all the beef jerky in bulk and then nobody wanted it, right? So why I'm saying this is because action creates clarity. And that's why I say that minimum viable products are so important, because when you make that first dollar and you take action and you get rejected many times, but you end up seeing that people actually will pay for your offer and you get paid, money creates momentum. When I made my first dollar online, it was the sweetest feeling ever. And I want the same for every single woman out there and everybody that starts an online business. Money creates momentum. Once you have that money and you see that it's validated, then you can just go make the next buck and the next buck, and then thousands of bucks, millions of bucks later, right? So The line action I want you to do is sell something this weekend. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're going to charge $1 for it. It doesn't matter if you're going to charge $5 for it. What I want you to do is I want you either DM a few friends or create a post or pre-sale offer for whatever offer it is. Minimal viable product. Go ahead and sell it, whether that's to friends, whatever, a community that you might already have. Maybe it's your social media audience and you're DMing people. Sell it literally for $20 to $50, whatever that it is. That's how Noah started. He literally just pre-ordered, and then once he actually got the jerky, he went ahead and sent it over to the people that actually wanted it. Okay, so minimal viable product, get it out there, build it, make your first dollar fast, and then go ahead and then you can make improvements later. Okay, and part 3 is grow it. Okay, so this is where you refine, you repeat, and then you reinvent. Okay, so that's the third part of the book. The theme of this is basically finding your success through iterating successful actions. Okay, that's really what I realized what business is. It's that seeing what works and keep doing what works, whether that comes to the content, whether that comes to the funnel, whether that comes to an offer. If you're seeing that something works, double down. Okay, so the message is keep what works and drop what doesn't. But a lot of times people are really scared to experiment and really scared to fail, so they never ever really see what works, and therefore they never drop anything. So you want to fail fast and really fail forward when it comes to creating your offer, building that $1 million business in one weekend, right? So what you want to do is test, learn, and repeat. And the reason why you want to do this is because every failure really gives you a lot of data. As a beginner, you want to get the data. Data is going to be your most valuable thing. You're going to see what works, you're going to see what doesn't work, drop what doesn't work. And it all is going to build up something where you have constantly just put in the blocks that actually help your business, right? And throw away what doesn't. One action step I want you to take is I want you to really create a freedom number for yourself. Because I remember touching on this topic when I was really in the finance world as having a freedom number. But I want you to think about the freedom number, because a lot of times, like, it not only can it be your North Star, but also it's very motivating to see, hey, this is my product, this is how much it costs, this is my freedom number each month, like how much a month should I be making, what freedom looks like to me when I make this number, and then work backwards and see, hey, this is how much I need to sell to get to this month, to get to this much in terms of monthly income, right? So that's why it's so important to not only have a North Star, but I want you to have this action step of having a freedom number, okay? What he said in the book is that many struggle to make their first dollar because they're so focused on how to make their first million. Focus on an attainable freedom number. Even better, just dollar number 1. It will really change the way you think, okay? What can you do in your business to make money this week, today, right now? And that's why I said create your freedom number, because a lot of people focus on the $1 million business, and I get that's like the title of the book, but it's about what is your freedom number. Okay, but what can you do in this week to work towards that freedom number? What can you do today to work towards that freedom number? And what can you do right now? And that's really what it's about. And if you think about it, when you think about it in this way, it really creates an amazing positive feedback loop, because you think about your offer, you think about your feedback that you get from your offer, and then you just improve. If you do that within the weekend, that is basically, and you do it intentionally and at a high level, that is how you can build your $1 million weekend in a week. Obviously, you're not going to make $1 million. I mean, hey, anything's possible, right? But it's about building the foundations of your $1 million business. And it starts with offer, feedback, and then improving, and then going over, okay, is the offer good? Feedback, improve. And I really like to say this, that you really want to use your I always talk about feminine energy on this channel. And by the way, on this channel, if this is your first time and you've made it all the way to this video, go ahead and in the comments, go ahead and comment the word million. Okay, why not? Comment the word million. Let's put it out there, okay? But I talk about feminine energy and feminine self-development and also creative expression on this channel, using the power of content creation, whether that's through watching my videos or becoming a creatorpreneur yourself. So if that's something like a journey you're on, make sure to hit subscribe, like, and turn on post notifications, because like I said, this new series, I'm very excited to keep it running, keep it going, and read more books to share with you guys. Okay, so let's talk about the feminine element in here, because we talked a lot about the action taking. But how do we implement feminine flow in here? You want to listen to feedback, amazingly listen to feedback, but also stay playful. That's the thing about experimenting. It really taps into that playful side, and like, I'm willing to go ahead and play and also obviously take the data, but also experiment instead of forcing things that don't work. Okay, so the aligned action I want you to take is, once you make your first sale, I want you to pick one thing that worked from your first sale and double down on it in the next weekend. Even on the next day, if you keep doing this on a day-to-day basis, again, when you repeat successful actions, success follows, okay? So that's exactly what you want to do. And guys, I just want to say again, I actually go ahead and help you. If you need more help on this and you want to implement not only everything that I said in this video, but also you want to make sure that you have somebody there for you, keeping you accountable, I actually have, inside of my YouTube Breakthrough Bundle program, a 3-day YouTube Breakthrough Bootcamp in there. And inside of that bootcamp, I go ahead and I give you the clarity, consistency, and cash-in roadmap for, in one weekend, I will help you get clarity on your YouTube channel and your business, go ahead and get you consistent, showing up for your business and your brand and YouTube channel, as well as cashing in a way that aligns with you, and how to consistently cash in through YouTube videos that are positioned to sell, okay? So if that's something that you're interested in and you know that's a natural next step for you, I would love to see you inside of the program, the YouTube Breakthrough Bundle, and would love to help you get to that next level when it comes to YouTube. I would love to know, what did you think about, the overview of what I gave about this book? I personally love this book. I listened to a lot of it on audiobook. Highly encourage listening to it as well. It was really awesome, and looking forward to implementing some of these key lessons inside of my business as well, and sharing it along with you guys on this channel. So I appreciate you. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments. If you have any questions, also let me know. And I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure to subscribe, like, and also turn on post notifications. And I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye.